for that right now. All right, let's go. A night of high stakes and seismic shifts across the NBA postseason landscape unfolded with all the flair, drama, and brilliance befitting two conference semifinals tilting on a knife's edge. In Oklahoma City, Game 5 between the Thunder and the defending champion Denver Nuggets delivered a modern playoff classic, a clash of MVP titans in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokic that illuminated the pressure, poise, and raw emotion of championship basketball. With the series knotted at 2 games apiece, this was more than a pivotal contest. It was a referendum on maturity, execution, and belief. The game surged back and forth with playoff intensity, but it was the Thunder, young, fearless, and increasingly self-assured, who stormed back in the fourth quarter to seize control of the series. Oklahoma City closed the game on a blistering run, outscoring the Nuggets by 15 in the final frame, and shooting a scorching 56% from the field and beyond the arc. In contrast, Denver crumbled under the weight of fatigue and a lack of depth. Jokic hit 4 of 6 in the fourth, but the rest of the team was a woeful 1 for 15. It wasn't just a statistical disparity. It was a symbolic unraveling. The starters were visibly exhausted, and the bench, once again, failed to provide any semblance of relief, an issue that has plagued Denver throughout this series. And yet, the performance of Jokic cannot be diminished. The reigning MVP poured in 44 points and pulled down 15 rebounds, displaying his signature brilliance and tactical dominance. But basketball, as ever, remains a team sport, and it was SGA who ultimately owned the spotlight. Gilgeous-Alexander was not just great. He was commanding. He either scored or assisted on 6 of OKC's final 9 possessions, including a dagger 3 that etched his name deeper into the conversation of superstardom. What we witnessed was not just a great game from SGA, but a coronation of a new franchise cornerstone. Jalen Williams deserves his due, too. After struggling in a similar situation last postseason, he rose to the occasion with mature shot selection and composed execution. Lou Dort brought defensive tenacity and timely buckets. This was not just one player outperforming another. This was one cohesive, hungry team overcoming the singular excellence of one superstar. It was a collective triumph for a team that had long been labeled the future, but is now proving that their time may be now. And while the Thunder ascended in the West, heartbreak played out in Cleveland, where the Cavaliers watched their season slip through their fingers on their home floor. Game 5 saw Indiana, galvanized by the spectacular play of Tyrese Haliburton, erase a 19-point deficit with a stunning offensive display. Haliburton was transcendent, dropping 5 triples in the first half and finishing with 31 points and 8 assists. Every time the Cavs threatened to pull away, the Pacers responded with poise and pace. When Cleveland scrambled back to within striking distance late, Haliburton closed the door with surgical precision. Donovan Mitchell, ever the Warrior, willed himself to 35 points and 9 rebounds. But he was betrayed by inconsistency from those around him and, ultimately, the emotional way of a pattern that continues to haunt him, another early playoff exit. For Mitchell, the postseason has become a graveyard of unfulfilled potential. Since his days with the Jazz, the same script has repeated itself. Elite regular season performance followed by a postseason fizzle. This year was supposed to be different. Cleveland boasted the top seed for the first time since 2016. They had the Defensive Player of the Year, a deep, balanced roster, and made a mid-season trade for DeAndre Hunter to address their matchup issues. But the result was the same. A second-round exit in just 5 games. And with it, the creeping, undeniable question. Was the season a failure? Unequivocally, yes. And the Cavaliers know it. They pushed all their chips to the center of the table, made moves to win now, and fell dramatically short. There is no sugarcoating the outcome, and there shouldn't be. LeBron James once made this franchise the epicenter of the NBA universe. With those expectations as the bar, this group failed to meet the moment. Regular season glory means little when the lights are brightest, and the Cavaliers flickered out before they could shine. Meanwhile, Indiana continues its march with quiet confidence and undeniable cohesion. As ESPN's Brian Windhorst described earlier in the postseason, the Pacers are a contender hiding in plain sight. And the label fits. They are now 42-16 since January 1st, with 6 players averaging double figures in this series. Their offense is fluid, their defense opportunistic, and their belief is growing. They are 8 wins from an NBA championship, and with Tatum's injury casting doubt on Boston's prospects and the Knicks lacking championship pedigree, the door is open. Rick Carlisle has guided a versatile, fearless unit to the doorstep of greatness, and the Pacers, once overlooked, now undeniable, are ready to burst through. From the west to the east, Game 5s gave us clarity. The Thunder are no longer just potential. They're power, purpose, and poise. The Nuggets are left searching for depth and answers. The Pacers are the most dangerous team nobody expected. And the Cavaliers are left with regret and a long offseason ahead. The NBA postseason has a way of stripping teams bare, revealing who is ready and who is not. Last night, Oklahoma City and Indiana stood tall. Denver and Cleveland did not.